Comfort Emmanson Bob, the 26-year-old female passenger that was recently seen on viral video allegedly attacked and provoked to action, has said that she sustained injuries in her private part when a yet-to-be-identified Ibom Air Staff pulled off her shirt and exposed her nakedness at Lagos Airport. This, according to Comfort, the shirt torn while she was being carried out from the aircraft was her inner wear that was pinned together below her private part, saying the Ibom Air hostess had allegedly broke her phone, necklace and forcefully removed her wig hair from her head, which caused her a severe sharp pain, and as a result of the pain, she hit the air hostess on the cheek, adding, she became more aggressive when she saw the airport staff video recording her nakedness while she was battling to cover her body as a result of her shirt that was torn with her chest sexual organs completely exposed. Comfort Emmanson gave her own side of the story in an 11-minute video she posted on her Instagram profile on Sunday, August 17, 2025, which was exactly after 1 week the incident occurred. She said she was the one who begged the co-passenger to help switch off her phone when the plane was about to take off at Uyo Airport, contrary to the narratives painted by Ibom Air management that she refused to switch off her phone and a co-passenger on board the plane forcefully took the phone from her and switched it off, and thereafter, Comfort Emmanson engaged the co-passenger and other staff of the airline in a long war of words the Ibom Air management referred to as tirade. Details of her statement as transcribed and presented by Channels Television reads verbatim below. Comfort Emmanson, an air passenger embroiled in a controversial Ibom Air incident, has given a detailed account of the events on board the flight that led to her arrest, arraignment, and eventual discharge by a Lagos court. In a video shared on her Instagram page on Sunday, Emmanson expressed gratitude to supporters who stood by her during what she described as a traumatic ordeal. Narrating her version of events, the real estate consultant recalled that on August 10, 2025, she boarded a flight from Uyo to Lagos. She alleged that a disagreement began when a flight attendant, identified as Juliana, insisted she switched off her phone rather than place it in flight mode. According to her, one of her two phones had a faulty power button. I showed her the phone and told her the power button was bad. She said I could still switch it off through the settings. With the help of a fellow passenger, I eventually managed to switch off both phones, she explained. When we landed in Lagos, everybody was getting out of the aircraft. I went to pee. Coming outside, everybody had already left. I had to rush, carry my stuff and move to rush out of the aircraft. Going out of the aircraft, this lady, Juliana, stopped me and I asked her, "Why did you stop me? Why are you stopping me from going out of the aircraft? Everybody has left, so I need to go out." She didn't say anything to me. She stared at me with a bad eye. I picked up my phone and started recording. That was when she pushed me back inside the aircraft, dragged my wig frontal, tore my clothes and broke my necklace. The pain was unbearable. They dragged me outside. My body was out there, and then they videoed me in the process. My body was out. I was looking for where to cover it. All of them, the surroundings like videos, cameras everywhere. I was surprised because I never expected that, like tearing my clothes and videoing everything. My body outside, my naked body outside, plus the pain. No, it was so much for one person to bear. I started asking him, why would you do that to me? Why would you do this to me, and still like video me again and still put it out there, she recounted. Emmanson said she reacted out of anger after being assaulted, insisting she did not provoke the attendant. God knows I would never poke an elderly woman old enough to be my mother. It was the pain she inflicted on me, dragging my wig and stripping me in public, that made me react. The incident quickly spiraled as security officers intervened. Videos that later surfaced online showed Emmanson being dragged off the aircraft with her clothes torn, sparking outrage and ridicule. They tore my clothes, exposed my body, and people were taking videos. I felt humiliated. Like, the trauma is so much on me because I cannot even go out freely anymore because my body is out there. Some people even turned it into stickers, she lamented. Shortly after her 11-minute-long video, Emmanson, in a follow-up statement on her Instagram story, decried the spread of what she described as false narratives. There have been lots of narratives being pushed about the incident, even by respected individuals, some claiming my suffering was political. These are all false. I have received constant victimization and libel. I only wish for redemption and to regain whatever dignity I have left as a woman, she wrote. Acknowledging her reactions on board, she added, I've flown with Ibom Air for years and never experienced this. Whatever happened after I was dragged down from the plane came from a place of pain. My swimsuit was clipped below my privates and torn. Imagine the pain as a woman. I would never lay hands on someone old enough to be my mother if she hadn't assaulted me first. I apologize about my behavior. I am not crazy, neither am I wayward. I have never been in such a situation in my life, and I don't wish it on my enemy, she wrote. We had reported that the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the Commissioner of Police in charge of Lagos Airport to withdraw the one-sided and obviously biased court case the Nigeria police force may have wrongly instituted against an Ibom Air passenger, Comfort Emmanson, who was seen in viral videos retaliating and defending herself physically after a group of Ibom Air personnel and Lagos Airport team had attacked her and provoked her to action. The FG position on the issue was made known by the Nigeria Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, in a press release the minister signed and made available few minutes ago, although Festus Keyamo reversed himself and acknowledged that the issue was a case of confrontation between the 26-year-old passenger and the staff of Ibom Airlines, who in the new press release admitted that the staff of Ibom Air and the Lagos Airport Authority team acted wrongly, but the minister did not state how the attacked passenger would be compensated, most especially when her chest sexual organs were seen to be deliberately exposed after a suspected Ibom Airlines staff pulled off and tore the passenger shirt with obvious intention to expose the passenger's nakedness. The action of the federal government may ease the tension among millions of people who have accused the Nigeria police force of aiding and abetting the Ibom Airline company to continue to attack and oppress the offended passenger, Comfort Bob, who is also identified as Comfort Emmanson, by thus supporting the statement of Ibom Air management, who in their first press release made statement that seems to have some level of deliberate falsehood and raising up a dead issue to win undue public sentiments, manipulate the Nigeria police force to help them secure detention holding charge from the Lagos State Magistrate Court to further oppress and intimidate the attacked passenger, specifically Ibom Air stated in her first press release that, shortly after the plane landed at Lagos Airport, the passenger waited for every other passenger on board the plane to disembark, and thereafter, without provocation, went to one of the plane hostesses, Juliana Edward. The Ibom Air management described as purser, stepped on her, forcibly tore off her wig, removed her glasses and threw it to the floor, and used her footwear to assault her. She slapped her several times, and when the other cabin crew member tried to intervene, she slapped her too. She then attempted to forcibly remove a fire extinguisher to use as a weapon, an act that could have damaged and grounded the aircraft. Soon after the Ibom Air management released the statement on Monday, a video surfaced on the internet that probably invalidated the statement of the Ibom Air management and stood out as an acceptable evidence that the management of Ibom Air are people who may be rightly described as pathological liars who probably believed in telling lies as a way of managing crisis and handling difficult customers' relations. As seen in the viral video that surfaced the internet after the apparent falsehood of Ibom Air management, the attacked passenger was seen politely telling the air hostess, Juliana Edward, to leave the doorway so that she can disembark from the plane. The seemingly aggressor in this matter, the air hostess Juliana Edward, refused to yield to the appeal of the passenger, and Ibom Air management in their first press release confirmed that the air hostess, Juliana Edward, deliberately blocked the doorway to prevent the passenger from disembarking the aircraft. and in the viral video, the attached wig hair on the head of the air hostess was still seen on her head and intact while the passenger was telling her to leave the doorway so that she can pass. Obviously, this is in contrary to the seemingly deliberate falsehood painted and stated in black and white by the Ibom Air management that the air hostess' attached wig hair was destroyed by the passenger without provocation. Also, the attached wig hair on the passenger head and the jacket she was putting on were still intact as at the time she was telling the apparent aggressor, the air hostess, to leave the door. And another viral video later showed both the air hostess and the passenger dragging at the point of the plane divider cotton, and at this time, as seen in the video, both the passenger and air hostess wig hair were pulled off, including the passenger jacket she was putting on to cover her body completely. The natural hair on their heads could now be seen as they continued to drag each other at the plane doorway, and Ibom Air management, in trying to seemingly win undue public sentiments, raised up a dead issue of a minor quarrel the passenger had with the air hostess and co-passenger over the passenger's alleged initial refusal to switch off her phone during the plane takeoff at Uyo Airport. The Ibom Air management in the press release confirmed that the minor quarrel the passenger had with the air hostess and co-passenger over switching off phone at Uyo Airport was already a dead issue, and the action of the passenger never led to threat of aviation safety or violation of aviation safety procedures. Hence, the passenger was not deplaned at Uyo Airport. But we don't know why the management of Ibom Air decided to advertise and bring up the minor quarrel as a way to seemingly win public sentiments to cover up the true picture of a separate event that occurred between the passenger and the air hostess when the plane landed at Lagos Airport. And the Nigeria police force in the 5-count charges filed against the passenger at the Ikeja Magistrate Court in Lagos State did not state or even mention the event that occurred at Uyo Airport before the plane took off. We had reported that the Nigeria Aviation Minister, Festus Keyamo, says the ministry has directed for the aviation staff who released the video footage containing the aspect of an Ibom Airlines passenger, Comfort Emmanson Bob, seen in an indecent appearance with her chest sexual organs exposed after the passenger shirt was torn by an Ibom Airlines staff, while security operatives were seen in the viral video dragging the aggrieved passenger out of the aircraft following an act of confrontation between the passenger and Ibom Airlines hostesses, which one of the hostesses blocked the right-of-way of the passenger and prevented the passenger from disembarking from the plane. And after countless warning to the airline passenger to leave the road, the passenger went physical with the hostess by allegedly slapping her on the face, which the confrontation with the hostess apparently led to the alleged destruction of the plane divider cotton, which Ibom Airlines valued at $2,500 as stated in count 5 of the 5-count charges the police filed against the passenger at Ikeja Magistrate Court in Lagos State. We had reported that a careful study of the viral video involving the Ibom Airline personnel, Lagos Airport security operatives and an aggrieved passenger, Comfort Emmanson, on board the airline plane on Sunday indicated that while the enraged passenger was being dragged off the plane by 3 men, who held her 2 hands and legs, suspending her a little bit on the air, a lady putting on Ibom Air corporate clothes who was behind the camera lens could be seen in the video to have approached the passenger at the door point of the plane while the passenger was about to be taken out, apparently dipped her hand towards the waist part of the passenger, untucked the passenger shirt from the trousers, grabbed and pulled the passenger's shirt towards her head, and in the process, the passenger shirt got torn and the passenger's chest sexual organs or private parts were completely exposed. The action of the Ibom Airline staff appeared to be deliberate, as the airline female staff was not part of those dragging the passenger off the aircraft, and after the female passenger's body was exposed, the Ibom Airlines female staff never joined or assisted the security operatives to drag the passenger off the plane. This indicated that the motive of the female staff of Ibom Airline was solely to remove the passenger shirt and expose the aggrieved airline passenger to ridicule.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. I want to come out fully to appreciate God Almighty and everyone that stood by me, that fought for me when I was in prison. When I came out, the love I saw, the support I saw from you people. I was never expecting it. For a commoner like me, you guys fought for me, you guys stood by me. I want to appreciate you all. I said that God Almighty will bless you. So on the 10th of August, on Sunday, I boarded a flight from Uyo to Lagos. So when we were inside the aircraft, the normal procedure happened. The lady Juliana was telling everybody from the front, like from the front seats, coming to the back because I was at the back. So she came to me. She said she came to me. So while she came to when she was coming forward, so she came and I was struggling to put my phone. I was putting my phone on flight mode. So she said no, that I have to put it off. So I told her that one of my phones, because I was with two phones, one of my phones is for a fault. The phone is bad. The power button is bad, precisely. So I showed her that the power button is bad. So she said I can put off my phone without the power button. I said okay. So she said I should go to my settings. So while she was telling me go to your settings and all that, I went to my settings. So she said go to your general. So while trying to do that, the pressure from her, so the man that was sitting on my right now helped me and off one of the phone, put one of the phone off, while we were struggling on the other one that has the power button is still. So she said I should go to the my general. I went to the general. I went to the settings and the general. So when I told her okay, please, before then I told her, please, can you assist me and spell general? She said she cannot touch my phone. She can never touch my phone. Children of nowadays. So I now turned to the guy that helped me to off one of my phone. I told him, please, can you assist me and spell general? So the guy now collected my phone and showed me and spelled type general on this thing. So when I went to her, okay, this is the general, I am here now. So the phrase that she was even giving me was not even encouraging. I had to plead with the same guy again on my right. So please, can you please do you know how to she said, do you know how to help me and off it from here, please? He now said okay, no problem. He helped me and off the phone eventually. So now off the phone, the two phones, put it where it's supposed to be on the aircraft. And I thought okay, I have offed my phone. So when she wanted to leave, she said you'll see. I didn't take that to heart because I've already eventually offed my phone, which I was having problem in offing it. So I eventually off the phone. So that was it. When we landed Lagos, everybody was going out of the aircraft. I was pressed. I went to pee. So going to the toilet, somebody was already inside the toilet, and I had to wait for the person to come out. So when the person eventually came out, I went inside and pee and mostly come out. I cannot stay inside the aircraft, inside the toilet, because it's so small and so uncomfortable to be in there. So I now rushed pee and packed myself again and come outside. So coming outside, everybody already left. I had to rush, carry my stuffs and move to rush out of the aircraft. So going out of the aircraft, this lady Juliana stopped me. And I asked her, why did you stop me? Why are you stopping me from going out of the aircraft? Everybody has left, so I need to go out. She didn't say anything to me. She was just staring at me with the same bad eye. And that was when I remember that this is the same person that was instructing me to put on my phone. I eventually did. So she said she didn't say anything. No, she didn't say anything. She just she was just staring at me there with the bad eye. So that was when I on my phone, put the phone, started recording. That was when she backed facing the front and backing me. So I was just please madam, leave the road, let me pass. She didn't answer me. She ignored me. And after the video, I picked the phone. When I picked the phone, that was when she noticed I was videoing her. So she now pushed me inside the aircraft back, dragged my frontal. This is the frontal I wore that day. She dragged the frontal, the process of dragging my clothes, my gold from neck I was wearing. This is the gold I was wearing. She dragged it from my neck with the clothes. The process, my phone, everything went down and broke. The phone broke. The phone broke. Everything, even this phone. See. So I was like, no, why did you do that? Why did you break my phone, like drag my frontal? The pain of removing my frontal, you know how frontal can be when you install a hair and then it's forcefully dragged out. It's so painful. So the pain of doing that to me, that was when I went to poke her. God knows that I can never go and poke an elderly woman, somebody that's old enough to be my mom. Poke her for what? Poke her. It was the pain she inflicted on me, the frontal pain, dragging my gold and everything on the floor. That was the anger. I was so angry, I could not even like hold it. That was why I was asking her, why did you do that on the video, the trending video they posted? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I asked her, why did you? Because you dragging my frontal wig and like dragging me, calling me a prostitute at the process. No, I just had to ask her, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That was why I poked her on the video. Why did you do that? So while on that, the whole thing, like those guys came inside the aircraft and like started like surrounding me, and I was like, why? Now dragged me outside. That was when they dragging me from the, you saw how they dragged me from the video. That was when that was what happened. Like they came inside, dragged me outside, and then at the process she now like dragged my clothes, and the clothes, it was pin on me because it was pin. I thought that was my inner. It was pin on me. The pain of dragging it and its pain, it's wounded me inside. That the pain and everything, the hair, the frontal pain, this other pain. I was just trying to like help myself when they dragging me out of the, trying to cover myself. My body was out there, and then they were videoing at the process. My body was out. I was even looking for ways to cover it. Some of them were like trying to like touch me, and I was trying to cover myself, defending myself. Like I was the only one there, and they were like surrounding me, trying to cover myself while they were trying to do video. All of them, they surrounded, like videos, cameras everywhere. I was surprised because like I never expected that. Like tearing my clothes and videoing everything, videoing me, my body outside, my naked body outside, plus the pain. No, it was so much for one person to play. It was so much on me. I could not like hold myself again. I was just like very angry. Started like asking them, why would you do that to me? Why would you do this to me? And still like video me again and still put it out there. Like the trauma, like it's too much on me right now, because right as I'm talking to you like now, I cannot like even go out again because my body is out there. People already know that this is the person. They know me. I cannot even like go out again. I'm ashamed to like go out because my body is out there. Some people have even used it to make sticker. So that was what happened inside the aircraft before the incident that I booked her. She already like inflicted pains on me, which I could not bear it. So right now I don't know how I will just start from looking for work, going for a work interview. I'm into real estate. Imagine me going to sell a house or advertise a house or try to bring a client to buy a house now, and they are looking at my body. How do I even face them knowing that my body is out there? How would I face the whole, like everybody that saw that video, knowing that my body is out? How do I even like go for business? Imagine me going for business and somebody is looking all on my unborn kids coming to see that, or a man that will marry me saying that my reputation. No, Jesus. That is why, the reason why I have not come out to say the part of the story is because I was still on treatment. I'm trying to round up my treatment. As you can see, like I'm trying to round up my treatment. That's why I could not come out to say the part of the story, what happened. So that was what happened inside that flight. It wasn't even like a big deal. I never expected that incident, offing of phone, which I was trying to, not like when she said I should off the phone, I was like telling her no. I told her why the phone was still on, that it was because of the power button. So I never like know that it would come out like this, seeing my body outside. People are even making mockery of me, sending me Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. My body is out there. So I don't know how I'll go from here, and I really want to continue my life, my normal lifestyle. People that knows me knows that I am not really a social media person. So I don't know how to face the whole, like the people that saw my video, my family, the people that saw the video, facing them, doing business with them, coming to do business, and somebody is watching my body. It's so embarrassing. I don't even know how to come about with that. So this is the part of the story. This is all that happened inside the aircraft. So I'm happy I'm strong enough to be able to talk now. So please, this is what happened. I'm not a trouble person. I am not a nuisance. People that knows me in real life, they know the kind of person I am. So that was what happened inside the aircraft, which I never expected that it would be like escalate like this. Because not like I refused. This is not the first time I'm traveling. I never refused to off the phone. I only told her that my power button is bad, and I needed her assistance to do that, which she refused. But the passenger that was sitting close to me assisted me eventually off the phone. So I thought that was it. So please, this was what happened, and I'm happy I've come up to tell you people what happened. But I'll round up my treatment, and I pray I should fully recover from everything and move forward and go back to my normal lifestyle. Please, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Hostess, bringing you the news in a more digital way.